Joined by Coach McDowell with Prairie A&M. Coach, as always, thank you so much for taking some time out of your schedule to join us. If you could please start us out with an opening statement recapping your team's most recent outing at the State Fair Classic versus Grambling State.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it was a great atmosphere for good football, and good football was played. Again, unfortunately, we didn't come out on the winning end. Coach Jackson had these guys ramped up, ready to go for 4 quarters of football. They came out, they did just that, and that's the thing we pride ourselves on, as a coaching staff with these young men. Again, just playing 4 quarters of football. And I've said it all year long. Those teams that come out and play 4 quarters of football is most likely is going to win the game. And we left some things out there as an offense, opportunities that we should have capitalized on, didn't, and maybe it was due to us or Grambling. But again, at the end of the day, when those opportunities present itself, we have to make plays, and that's on both sides, offense and defense. They did what they needed to do for 4 quarters of football, and they won the game. And now we just got to go back and reassess and assess some things that we need to get corrected for a good team coming in. Coach Wade's going to have his team ready to go, so we just got to get ready to go, be better this week, getting ready for Valley coming in.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Charles Bishop.
Hey, Coach, how are you doing?
Hey, Charles, what's up, buddy?
I wanted to ask this question, and you and I, we've talked about some of the missed opportunities, and I wanted to ask missed opportunity right before halftime, knocking on the door there about the 2-yard line, end up with a missed field goal. But I want to ask, how much of a carryover effect does that have going into the second half?
I think it has a lot, again, but that's what we kind of pride ourselves on, and me as a head coach and my staff, we got to get these guys, back on track, and as I tell them, things going to happen. You're going to have those peaks, ups and down peaks during the course of the game. But when bad things happen, you got to be able to forget about it and still go out and play football, because there's a game still to be played, and a game, you want to win. So you harp on those bad things that happened, and more likely bad things going to continue. So we try to get them, pumped up as much as possible to forget about the past and concentrate more on the future.
Sure. Quick follow-up, tough emotional loss to Grambling, but I saw you gather the team on the field immediately post-game. What was your message to the team?
Again, just, keep your head up. We're going to have to go back in, look at the film, see what you did wrong. Again, I thought we left a lot of things out there, opportunities, should I say that, again, I thought had we capitalized on them, the game would have been much different. So again, just coming back in, making more important, making sure they stay together as a unit, don't start blaming one another, because again, it's a long season. You never know what's going to happen. Every team in the West and the East, these guys are good. So you just got to be able to, stay together and then just take care of our business here at Prairie View.
Sure thing. Appreciate that, Coach.
Next question goes to Dr. Cavill.
Dr. Cavill's inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Good morning, Coach McDowell.
Up, Doc.
Wanted to ask you about Trajan in terms of his game, 4 receptions for 109 yards. Wasn't in the end zone, but he racked up some yards there. We have him on our Big Ben HBCU Weekly Award watch list about his play. Can you talk about him a little bit in terms of what he's done this season?
Yeah,
obviously his past matchup.
Yeah, young man he's steady improving each game. And again, we put ourselves in a position to make plays, and we've had opportunities to make plays. Those numbers could have been much greater than what he ended up with, had we capitalized on some catches and throws as well. So, and again, we didn't make them, and we just, tell these guys, they have to be ready to go next game. The next game is the most important game. That's Valley coming in. And get ready to prepare for Valley. We got to be better this week as we started today with practice, and that was my message to them, like, be better than we were this past week, and things going to take care of itself. But he's continuing to grow and as well as he should, but again, leaving things out there for us to miss opportunities out there that we should be easily, catching and scoring with, but we haven't. We got to figure it out, and I'm pretty sure we will going forward.
Follow-up questions about Mississippi Valley, but in a different perspective. Streaks come and go. Some of them good, some of them bad. Obviously, continue streak winning against Texas Southern University. And then you got busted the streak in terms of Alcorn State. The Braves getting the win on the road there. You come back, but then the streak stops against Grambling. Now you have an opportunity with Valley coming in there, and they've kind of been in the years in terms of getting it done. What are your thoughts in general? Just go different ways in terms of what do they think about streaks of coming off of big wins, tough losses, or multiple years over different years, different coach at the helm at Valley. But what are your thoughts overall in terms of components, win streaks and losing streaks?
I mean, streaks are what they are. I mean, good or bad. And I mean, it depends on the player. I mean, it depends on the team, how well they get up for it. Some guys get up for it. Some guys don't. It doesn't bother them because they just look at that. The next game is the game that they have to win. And that's what we try to strive our guys to understand, streaks are streaks, and as you pointed out, we was up on Grambling, the last 5 years, but now that streak is over. And the reason why that streak is over again, if you don't go out and play football the way you're capable of playing, that streak can end or it can continue. So we know that, hey, we have issues with the Valley teams and Mississippi teams. So we know Coach Wade gonna have these guys ready to go, man. And as I said all year long, guys, we got some great coaches. You hear other coaches talk about, in the SWAC, from both sides, and you just never know what team is going to show up. But again, in order for you to be successful as a team, you got to go out and prepare yourself each week, to play this team like a championship team, man. Because again, they can come in and win at any time, and shoot, as we did. We went and won against Alcorn. So, we got to be able to just take care of ourselves, take care of business like we're capable of doing, and we're gonna be okay. Do not take anybody for granted, because again, if you do that, once again, you'll find yourself on that losing end.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome, Doc.
Andrew, do I have opportunity for one follow-up question? Quick question.
Absolutely.
Coach, want to follow up specifically on Valley. They've kind of started slow in terms of the ability to score, whether it's running the ball or through the air. What are your thoughts in terms of getting some momentum in terms of the start of the game in this particular matchup against Valley?
Momentum is everything. I mean, shoot, that's what a lot of guys strive off of. Again, once you get the momentum up, hopefully you will continue to, strive to get that momentum going even further, and during the course of the game, and help you get points, stops, and create an atmosphere to where, in their mind that, they're going to win this game no matter what, as long as they, continue to play 4 quarters of football. And again, you're going to have those peaks, throughout the course of the game, and the team that, operates best, through those tunnels, through those channels, and do what they're supposed to do is going to win the game. Valley's no different. Alcorn's no different. Fram's no different. Prairie is no different. Every team that goes out there and play against one another, they have, they want to do their very best to win the game. So again, just going forward, they just got to be able to concentrate, make plays that they're supposed to make, those opportunities, and again, we've been in games where we had, from week 1 to week 5, opportunities that we missed that would, solidify a win, or in some cases, have more points on the board than that we ended up with. But again, it's about those guys getting ready to go out week after week, and play the team that's coming up, play them better than they played the team last week, prepare themselves better than they prepared last week in order for us to win this game.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck this weekend. I look forward to the matchup.
Thanks, Doc.
Last question goes to Kyle Mosley.
Hey, Coach, how you doing, sir?
What up, Mo?
All right. I may have missed this part, but what was your message to your team after the loss?
again, just stay together. We played a good game. We played a good team. They just played 4 quarters of football better than we did. They brought it to us at the end, and we didn't. So again, my main point was to them was, again, just stay together. The season is not over with. Again, we lost that game. Game that, again, I thought we would have capitalized on some plays. It would have been a much different game. Not saying we would have won it, but again, I thought the score would have been much better than what it showed. So again, my point to them always, through these peaks and valleys, which we're going to have in football, stay together as a team. And if we continue to do that, we're going to be okay. And they've been doing that. They showed it against Texas Southern. They showed it against Alcorn. Unfortunately, the outcome wasn't what we wanted in last week. But again, long season, so they got to stay together. They got to get back, ready to go, prepare themselves, get ready for a good team coming in.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach McDowell, as always, we sincerely appreciate your time. Look forward to speaking to you again next week.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Thank you.